Welcome, parents, to Online Economics and Personal Finance. My name is Mrs. Setness, and I will be your instructor for your son or daughter throughout this upcoming 2016-17 school year. In a nutshell, the Economics and Personal Finance class is a course that is one standard unit of credit. It takes place over the entire school year, and it is a requirement for graduation. In addition, it also satisfies the virtual course requirement, especially being an online course. Also, it offers an opportunity to earn an industry certification, which is required for a standard diploma. The certification is referred to as the WISE Financial Literacy Test, and your student will have opportunities to take the industry certification, which again is a nationally recognized exam, which indicates the level of knowledge that your son or daughter has learned over the course of the school year. In addition, the state of Virginia created this course as a requirement to help prepare your students to be empowered consumers and to be able to function effectively in society, especially when they leave home and move out on their own. We'll work on areas in terms of helping them identify potential careers they're interested in, the educational career path that will help them be able to achieve that particular career, whether that happens to be working as an entrepreneur for themselves or as an employee for another business. In addition, we'll be covering concepts that help them to be informed regarding insurance, whether it happens to be automobile, health, medical, dental, disability, liability. All of those can be beneficial to you at various stages throughout your life. We'll also explore times in which they'll want to be informed when it comes to borrowing money, whether it's obtaining credit to buy a car or a home or credit cards, and making sure they understand the importance of handling their credit wisely. Also, once you begin working, we want them to understand how they become active citizens in our economy, not only locally, nationally, but also globally, and also the fact that we do become taxpayers. And hopefully they earn enough money where they can consider savings and budgeting and possibly investing, and overall being, again, an empowered and informed consumer. The online class expectation is that all students will participate in this course weekly. Again, most students spend between 3 to 5 hours per week. It just varies. But we do encourage them, even though the course is available to them at any time, that they set aside a good time within their weekly schedule where they can get the required course completed. In addition, there are self-checks and learning activities. We do suggest that they complete those in order so it makes the most sense instead of just randomly picking and choosing and maybe missing or omitting important assignments along the way. We do have a quarterly assignment checklist that we encourage them to print and follow so they make sure they complete all assignments by the due dates as indicated on that check sheet. In addition, once they have submitted and completed work, we encourage them to check their My Grades tab in Blackboard so that they can see the points they've earned. If assignments were missing, it will be indicated as well, so that's a good way for them to stay informed. If at any point they don't understand an assignment, we do encourage them to seek help. Again, the way that we do communicate in our online class is via email. So again, anytime a student has a question, we won't know unless they send us an email and we could help them. So again, please encourage your son or daughter to communicate any potential issues, concerns that they might have as they're working through the course this school year. And again, we too hope that they will respond to our emails. If we indicate an assignment's been missing or they skipped something, it is important for them to respond back to our emails promptly. My email is mfsetness@fcps.edu, and it's also located in the teacher contact in the Blackboard class as well. In regards to grades, your student will, first, second, third, and fourth quarters will be weighted 15% of their total grade, and the midterm and final exam both have multiple choice exam components and also projects, and those are each worth 20%. So again, there's a significantly higher weight to the midterm and the final exam, so we encourage students to make sure that they study, do well, and each quarter is equally weighted, so it's important to finish strong and make sure you're not getting senioritis or kind of slacking off towards the end of the school year. In regards to assignments, again, one of the positive features of an online class is it is available to students to work in 24/7. But again, we highly encourage students to set a time that fits their weekly schedule, and then know that they can be flexible and always, move that. But having it built into their weekly schedule will be helpful for them to plan accordingly. All assignments are due by Sunday at midnight for that particular week, so we want to get things in a timely manner. They need to make sure they submit assignments whenever they see the paper, pencil, ruler icon. That's an indicator that they need to open, complete, save the assignment, and then attach it or upload it so that it can be graded. Once it's been graded, again, they can see that in the My Grades tab, whether they earned 10 out of 10 points, if they earned 8 out of 10, or for any reason after the assignment was submitted, or was after the assignment deadline, if the assignment was not submitted, then they will see an MI, which indicates it's a missing assignment. It will equate to a 0, but as soon as they complete it and submit it, then points will go in place of that. If for any reason, however, they don't submit the assignment before the final due date at the end of the quarter, it will turn to and remain a 0, which will have a negative impact on their overall grade. So again, we encourage them to monitor their My Grades tab, making sure that they can see what assignments they've completed and what assignments they might have missing. Again, we typically send progress reports out at the end of a unit. Some units might take 1 or 2 weeks to complete. If it's a multiple, lengthy unit that's taken more like 4 weeks, we'll try to send out a progress report approximately every 2 weeks. But also, parents and students both can see their grades in SIS as well. Now, I do tell the students that what they see in Blackboard is going to be the most up-to-date and accurate, simply because that's where they're submitting the work and I'm grading it, so that's going to be the most timely. In terms of SIS, I have to transfer the grades from Blackboard into SIS, and some time might go by. We try to keep up with that as quickly as we can, but again, we'll try to get things within that following week updated from the previous week when assignments were submitted. So again, there might be times at which the SIS does not match what's accurately shown in Blackboard, so I would again tend to refer to the Blackboard if you want to see what's most timely and accurate in terms of your student's grade. In regards to collaborations, those are held on Mondays at 8 p.m. They're roughly between 4 to 6 a quarter. And again, we do not hold collaborations on student holidays or teacher work days, and usually you know those ahead of time. If they have no traditional face-to-face school, we will not have a collaboration. However, snow days are a little bit more unexpected, and I'll post and remind students if that's the case due to bad weather. Students are expected to attend and participate in the collaboration sessions. It is the one opportunity where we can kind of just touch base, see how students are doing, make sure they're understanding, give them an opportunity to interact with other students that are in the course going through the same experience, and also get any questions answered that they might have as well. So again, we do encourage them. There are participation points given as a grade for each collaboration session. We do realize that there will be schedule conflicts, and if you happen to miss a session, they are all recorded, and you can find the recording in the collaboration tab under the recording folder. Students need to thoughtfully summarize the session content and provide any answers to any questions that were discussed with the students, and then they need to send an email to me indicating the date and the unit. So for example, if they missed the orientation, they would have put in the subject line orientation 9/12/16, and that way I know which collaboration they're doing a summary for. Also, there is in the announcement tab in Blackboard, if they'd like to sign up for the Join the Remind 101 reminder. I usually will send out reminders. They can either choose email or text to remind them Sunday evenings that we will have a collaboration that following Monday. So if that works well for them to help manage their time, I encourage them to do that. And then another important piece in terms of planning, I know family schedules times can get very hectic. We want to let you know that there are face-to-face exams required for this course. The first one is the midterm exam, and that will take place on Monday, January 30th, 2017, and it will take place at Chantilly High School. Testing, usually there's a window between 3 and 6 p.m., and they just come to Chantilly High School anytime within that window to complete the exam, and they're free to leave as soon as they're done. In regards to the WISE Financial Literacy Test for industry certification, they'll have 3 opportunities. We have one at Chantilly for those students who are on the west side of the county, one at Annandale for those kind of mid-center of the county, and then one at Edison for those on the east side of the county. Now, again, pick the date and the location that works best for your schedule. And then the final exam will take place on Monday, June 5th, 2017, again at Chantilly High School. If you have a major conflict or issue, please email me and we'll work through those as best we can. But again, I look forward to working with your students to help them successfully achieve their goal of passing the graduation requirement for online economics and personal finance. I wish your students a great year. And if for any reason you have any questions, parents, please email me. My email is mfsetness@fcps.edu. You can email me anytime, any questions or concerns, or if something comes up that's family related or just going on with your students, please feel free to email me. The more that I know, the better I am to understand and to be able to help your students. So I appreciate your taking the time to listen to this brief orientation, and again, look forward to working with you and your students this year. Have a great evening. Thank you.